In all this time, there are three certain types of men that exist, and most men don't even know which type they are or aren't even aware of this categorization. This is a hidden social dynamic, and I'm going to explain to you in detail in this video. Let's start with the first one. It's the nice man. The nice man thinks of himself. He's a good one because he's doing all the good deeds and he's friendly and he keeps smiling and blah 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 and whatever. But if you analyze it and you look through the mask, you figure out this man is harmless, this man is weak, isolated, and most unfortunate, he's emotional. And a too emotional being is always feminine. Right? He's very much connected to his feminine side and thinks it's a good thing because he feels good and whatever. But the problem is, this type of man is a man that does what he got told. There comes so much problems from it, not only for him and in his life, but also in relationships, in families. This man is a pushover, and deep inside, he feels uncomfortable with that. But he got brainwashed so much, he got nurtured by civilization, feminism, and all of that bullshit. This system literally made him believe that he thinks that's the true thing, but in the essence, this type of man is just a well-behaved slave. Nobody respects him, not men, not women. Those type of men have always problems in their relationships. And back in the days, I've been a relationship coach, I've been a dating coach, and I know what I'm speaking about. And each time, this is the problem. I wanted to help this type of man. They had some resistance to it because I had to make them understand that at the root core of their behavior and their belief system, the problem is with him, with himself. Setting boundaries, saying no, uh, having standards. Those were all things this man wouldn't accept because he thought to himself, well, he has to sacrifice himself in order to make everybody happy around it. But this is not the case, my friend. This is not the case. He thinks he's good, but he's just being convenient. Because he's too scared of having an issue with somebody else, having an argument, having a problem. Therefore, he stays where he is, cried unseen. But trust me, deep on the inside, he hates himself. And this is an issue because at some point, maybe he will lash out and do something. Nobody expects it. And look like, what? He was always the kind neighbor and whatever. Where is this coming from? This is from years and years of eating the bullshit, and he never learned to say no. Tough life, my friend. Second one is a good man. A good man is a man who lives by ethics, morals, religion, and he behaves correctly in the societal rules. Where can you find those men? Usually it's back in the days that were philosophers, right? Nowadays it's more priests, teachers, right? And those men are really necessary for nowadays society, but they are lacking a certain thing. They are a good man because they think for others as well. They think for the society. They're not only thinking for themselves and want to be friendly and then like the nice guy and just have this mask on. They're actually thinking for others too. They want to improve the life of others as well. This is very good because there's very much is the masculine core, and the masculine core is giving to others, right? And you can see this by the primary sexual organ. The male one is the giving one, the female one is the receiving one. But there's more to that, but we won't go into detail. So they understand that giving to others is very good, but they're lacking a certain something. They're lacking, they're in a warrior, they're in a king, it's a certain archetype. They don't have this connected within themselves. So you can find a good man to be a pacifist, for example. And even though they understand that the masculine force, the masculine energy is about giving, they would never conquer. They would never raise a sword. They would never do something that is at some point in back in the days tribes, nowadays in our society or civilization, at some point might be necessary to when somebody is, you know, entering certain boundaries of them, to defend them strongly. They cannot, because they never learned to integrate the warrior. And now we're going to the next point, which means good at being a man. So we have nice man, we have good man, and we have the third one, good at being a man. And this type of man is, in my opinion, the essence of a true man. This man can survive in harsh environments, right? Because he has the right mindset and the right body. This man can protect the people around him. This man can protect the offspring, his family, people he loves, maybe the city, right? And this man, very important, he fights when necessary because he can. And this is the type of man others want on their team if shit hits the fan. Right? This man is not moral perfection, but he masters survival, he masters being a man. And listen, my friend, good at being a man doesn't need to be a good man. Think of back in the days, warriors or pirates, or I don't know, certain gangsters nowadays even. They understand of what it means of being good at being a man. You may think if I say stuff like warriors, gangsters, and pirates or whatever, oh, this is bad. But think of it like that way. Two soldiers of two opposing teams, right? Both of them do their duty. And for the one on the left side, the enemy is the bad one. But for the one on the right side, the enemy is the bad one. Correct? Correct. Listen. If both of them do their duty and protect their families, their offspring, whatever they do, and whatever for whatever reason they are there, they try to kill each other. Yes, in the essence of things, killing each other is not a good thing. But when they do that to protect their land, their family, their loved ones, whatever, it makes them, by definition, a good man. Because they sacrifice themselves, or they would sacrifice themselves in order to lead their country, their families, their loved ones, or whatever to peace. And this, by definition, is very much a good man, because good men understand their duty, their mission, their discipline is their highest good. All right? And unfortunately, nowadays, there is something lost. And it is that back in the days, we could see that warriors were philosophers and philosophers were warriors. So back in the days, we had this mixture, all right, of archetypes that would go hand in hand. So it wouldn't be divided so much like nowadays. Right? We have nowadays, if we, what I just explained is we have those priests and whatever, they're just good in the church and this is their thing. Or we have soldiers and they're good on the battlefield and this is their thing. But the true power, my friend, is when you can be a warrior in the garden. When you decide for yourself to learn to be a weapon, your masculine weapon. And if you want to, you could kill. If you want to, you could fight. If you want to, even how hard the day is, how hard it is raining, how cold it is, you will go through the cold forest until the end because your mission is to go there. All right? But you decide to only let this version of yourself out if necessary. And you're friendly, you're kind, you're generous in your life. But you know, deep in your head, if you wanted to, you can. And the problem nowadays, you don't have those men anymore. And they get less, and they get less, and they get less, because the more nice men we have, and the less of men we have that are actually integrated, that have their king archetype in control, their warrior archetype in control, their lover archetype in control, their magician archetype in control. If a man is fully in control and has understands that Certain things go hand in hand. This is a man that cannot be broken, and this is a man that cannot be pushed over, and this is a man that is not sovereign at all. And this is why nowadays so much propaganda and so much brainwashing, so much bullshit is going on, because the more nice men we have in the society, the easier a society is under control. And the more the people that are actually in charge can control, can do whatever they want, can exert their power over us, and the less men that actually have a backbone are there, the easier it is for them. And this is where this brainwash is coming from. This is why societies collapse. This is why the West is going down. This is why life can be so weird. This is why taxes go high. This is why politicians do what they want and lie to us. Each time they want us to vote, they lie to us and in order to just to get the votes, right? And then right after they lie to us, nothing happens. I will do this for you, but they won't. The only thing that changes is the taxes go higher. And then the next year, same stuff happens. But collectively, we forgot. But if we would have a society of strong, integrated, sovereign men, this wouldn't be possible, because we would stand up as a collective and tell them, fuck you. Actually, you are a politician. You work for us and not the other way around. But collectively, we got our balls cut off. And this is another reason why I created the alchemy of will. We are good men, and we are good at being good men. Most men are not. And a lot of men that speak to me, they want to learn it. And this is why I forged it. We are dangerous enough to protect, but we are conscious enough to choose peace. Not because we need to, but because we can. Again, my friend, this is the alchemy of will. And if you think to yourself, you're lacking something, you have something in yourself, you have this fire, but you didn't ignite it. You're scared, you don't know how. My friend, there's a link down below. I can guide you, I can help you. And if you want to reach out, I'm here for you. Stay strong. See you in the next one.